There's job and shit, and that's what he
Yeah.
Gina,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Christie. Yes. Louis,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Kip.
Here.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I first want to take the opportunity to thank all of you for allowing me the chance to speak on behalf of myself, as well as many of the other members of the Lake Lot community. My husband and I have been visiting our friends at that lake since the very beginning, and we've had our own lot for the past few years. We, along with many others, as you can see, have put our hard-earned money, our time, blood, sweat, and tears into making those lots nice, and building a place that we all take pride in and we appreciate. We have cleared our own lots. We've spent thousands of our own money installing our own power at our lots and making them nice. We have also helped maintain surrounding common areas that don't belong to us, for lack of better words. The guys have cleared dead trees, fallen down limbs, mowed and cleaned areas that are not our responsibility. We have all done this without complaint because we love this place and we take pride in it. We are proud that we have helped build that campground. We have many ideas that we would love to discuss at a later time that would make this an even better place if we could all work together. It was very disheartening to hear the discussion at the last board meeting about requiring us to pay a storage fee. This was not in our contract. And to the gentleman that said that there's a list of people waiting to move into our lots, we're aware. Many of them are our friends that would love to join us. We're here today simply asking to be heard. We would like to be included in the discussions that affect us and the money and the time that we have invested into making this a campground that people enjoy and would love to be a part of. We're also asking the board to address the following concerns. The roads are very rough. Many of us have cars or campers that bottom out in some areas. I encourage you all to take a drive through and see that for yourself. The lawn care, the weekend lots look terrible. The rocks are practically filled in with weeds and grass. I'm not sure if they've ever used a weed eater around the fire pits or the posts for the electric or the utilities. The mowing has been few and far between this season. The trees at the entrance will make it hard for larger motorhomes or for the campers to even clear, as they are laying so low and need trimmed back. And perhaps one of the most important current concerns to me is the parking situation. We're lucky to be able to park one car on a lot because of the size of the lots. This makes it difficult if we have any visitors. I'll use my 89-year-old grandma or my mother-in-law that usually walks with a cane as an example. The only designated parking area is, I'm guessing a half mile. My husband said maybe a quarter mile from our lot. This also goes for my daughter and her 2 babies. Try walking that lot yourself with 2 babies in bags, diaper bags in hand. Try walking that lot yourself if you have a hard time on uneven surfaces. Try using a stroller on the uneven surfaces. In closing, I would like to encourage every single one of you to come out, visit us, talk to us, get to know us. We're fortunate to have a great group of people out there, and we all want to be reasonable and fair. You can't compare us to Taylorville. Taylorville has shower houses, a beach, playground, parking, and a much bigger lake that you can ski and tube on. We aren't the same. We're not the same. We're far from it. So we're just asking to be heard. We're asking when these discussions are being done that affect us and our well-being and our money, that we're the ones that made that a campground. We put a lot of it, I'm not saying we did it without your help, but a big part of the work that has been done out there was done by us. A big part of the reason that anybody has anything to say about that being a campground is because we helped make that a campground. So before these decisions are being made, we simply ask that we're included in those discussions. I don't know if I have any time left, but I would be happy to answer any questions that anybody has or give the opportunity to any of the other lake members that would like to speak up if I missed anything. I'm sorry?
Any other campground people have anything to say?
Yep. Another one of the concerns is the dawn to dusk closing being proposed. We want to know why, when we are out there and we take care of it during the winter time, why are we going to close it when we help take care of the place, we watch over the place? We don't see a reason why it should be being closed like this during the winter when we're out there actively taking care of it as well.
Well, one thing, water freezes. You have no way to keep it from freezing.
We have no water to our campers.
Our campers don't have water.
They have no intention to get any.
But still, I mean, we signed a contract, I mean, it's right there where it's a seasonal campground.
No,
it's
year-round.
It's year-round.
Open year-round too, it says.
Then you've got the wrong contract.
contract then.
Which we saw that a couple weeks ago. You guys are not looking at the same contract that we signed.
What was that?
You guys are not looking at the same contract that we signed. There's two different contracts going around.
For sure.
I can tell you, we've been out there for years and we've never been asked to not be there in the winter. We've never been asked to not be there at 10 o'clock.
To that end, we have a lake lot because it's year-round. We're not people that will stay at a campground all summer long. I look forward to nothing more than spending a nice fall weekend at our lake lot, and that's something that you can't do on seasonal lots. But I will argue and contend that when we signed the lot and when we chose to have our name put on the wait list for our lot, it was because it was told in no uncertain terms to us that it is a year-round lot. I don't have the lot for storage, so for me, it's not offensive, but it's an affront to charge me for storage when I'm not using it for storage. I'm using it as it should be intended, as a getaway, as a place to stay in my camper and enjoy the lake and enjoy nature. We can't get family to come camp with us because there are no amenities. There's no bathhouse. They're tent campers. We can't get family to come camp with us. They'll choose San Chris. But I can assure you that that's why we chose the lake lot that we did, because it was offered as a year-round place for us to retreat. I have skin cancer I don't enjoy, and I can't tolerate camping in the summer because I have to be outside. Spring and fall in a camper at a lake are ideal for me and would be ideal for a number of people if the place were appealing enough to attract them.
Well, I'll have to find the contract for sure and make sure we're on the same page on the contract.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Tony?
Does anybody have their contract
I
by
meant to
chance?
bring it with,
Tony, when I read, there's two contracts. There's a land lease agreement, and then there's a lake lot agreement. In the land lease agreement, it does talk about the storage. It does not talk about the storage in the land lot, for the lots. I read both agreements, and it's not in the lake lot agreement that there's a storage and it closes.
The one
It's
we
in the
have
land lease agreement.
is more pages than the one they signed this last year.
can I add something to let's just say that we were gonna add storage. If storage is added, then we need security, because storage, who's going out there to keep an eye on that place during the winter months? Because it is a fact that some people, or the same with it closing at certain times. So it is a fact that I feel comfortable leaving my camper and my things out there because typically there's somebody out there. And we've never had issues out there. There's never been, there hasn't been police called out there, there's been no damage, there's been no theft, there's been no issues out there. My dad was a firm believer in why fix it if it's not broken, and it's not broken.
I have to see if this is the contract that you signed.
I mean, I would have to compare it.
When they changed, they did something a year before we took office.
I definitely think some things were added, but I mean, I can tell you that I think we compared contracts, didn't we?
There was several pages added to this one.
Yeah, this doesn't, without compare, I would be happy.
Well, we need that file.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Look at section number 2.
We don't even have it.
Does that say landlocked or leased?
This is Village of Kincaid. The first page says Village of Kincaid Lake Lot Lease Agreement. The first part does not look like, which section are you saying? This doesn't, I mean, without having.
Well, I mean, if you read number 2.
Well, my daughter's got hers.
page,
She did just join though, so I can't say for sure that hers is the same. Oh my gosh.
Where'd you keep hers in the dumpster?
We have ours.
Come on, man.
I got mine. See, I think the page is the new one.
I don't know.
Oh, she's there.
We would be having copies of one.
No, we get a copy too. We have nothing. We don't have any of the signed.
Then we need to do the right thing. We need to start,
We have to go by.
this is not hard, this is not difficult. We need to do the right thing. We need to get them contract and get it started. I think maybe if they petition all of the campers out there that wanted to go year
Oh,
round.
actually, here, first word, ready, our year round. Subject to early termination, the landlord, the term of lease shall commence on May 1st, 2025, and shall end on April 30th, 2026. That sounds like a year.
We're year round.
Yeah, I'm reading the numbers. Section number 2 says it's.
None of the past ones are here.
That gentleman that just walked up, he's gonna run tax and camera on the other. So that we can have a copy.
I mean, I will tell you, if it's in here, and gosh, let me change this, like, I don't wanna tie up all your time. But if it is in here, it's something that was added, and we've rented for years, and it's never been enforced, so I wouldn't have sat and looked at 30
They
pages.
changed that from April 1st to October 31st to May 1st, October 31st. They apparently rewrote the contract. Because the original contract was from April 1 to October 31st.
If I'm paying extra for storage, I would like some,
So I agree.
No, but as far as the section, you're saying you
So if we,
It's hard to hear when everybody's talking.
Come on, guys, that's enough.
Can't all talk at once.
so if we talk about this in the committee meeting and get a contract that you guys agree with, we agree with, and vote on it, is that something, and you guys can be here to talk about it with us?
as of April 1st. The contract we're in is for a year.
You guys may want to think about having a committee of yourself, like about 4 or 5 people.
That's what they're trying to do right now.
And then we would welcome you to come to the committee meetings. That's what you should do. I don't have And any have your voice. I'm with Jason on this. I have no Those are- problems. If you guys want to stay out there 24/7. I think they should be able to have the chance. If they sign, I don't think this is just my thought, I mean, everybody else can talk about it in the committee, but they signed, and the lady flat out said, the reason why she did it is because
And
she
we
knew
all
you were
know
there.
there's a lot of
And then I think we tried to change it in the middle of it, and that's not fair.
Well, that's what I said, yeah, what you signed is not what I've got.
We've been on this.
We need to revisit it in committee meeting, we need to revisit exactly what the contract should read, ask somebody, have you put together some kind of, whoever, I don't care, that represents 3 or 4 of you and come up and let's do it.
I'll address some.
Listen, Gina and I have been out there working on this several times.
We need to get them to get well, more importantly, we can't have contracts that negate each other. We can't have verse 2 that says something. So we need to have an attorney look it over and get it right. And then we'll get your input and then we'll move forward.
The contracts have evolved over the years.
It keeps changing.
Now, I've been there since the very beginning. I'm a 5-year guy. The first year we were out there, it was April 1st till October 31st. And that's the way it worked. The problem is if you shut the gate out there on October 31st, you're gonna get dinged on to death with people. We had the wood pile out there then, and they wanted in. And I made the mistake of taking that job. I said, I'll go let them in and let them out. I was going over there 3 or 4 hours a day. It was consuming every day, letting people in and out. It just didn't make sense to shut that gate, you know. So they just made it. They just decided the following year to make the year-round campground, and it's worked fine. There hasn't been any issues with the campground. Anything that has come up, we've dealt with. Yeah, and we've dealt with it quickly. Okay. Now, as far as closing or starting to charge a storage fee now, what is that all about? Why do you even want to do that? In my lease, in that lease, I think she had, it says that you guys, it's done at your discretion. So what I want to know is what's your discretion? Why are you doing that now? I mean,
that's what we're trying
what's up?
to say.
Why are we going to have to do that now?
That's why I think the committee, you guys as a committee, get together and hash it out, and then we'll go from there.
Let's try to get one contract, because
You can't have 2 contracts.
I've never seen a contract, and I've been up here 4 years.
Well, one's got 10 pages, the other's got 12,
Well,
it's supposed to be the same thing. We just
I
need to.
I was talking to these girls the other day, and they said the contract consists of 2 sheets of paper stapled together, and they're both signed. Well, what happened to the content of those contracts? Where'd that go?
Right. Jamie was just copying the first page and the last page, and then we gave it
Okay, well, we know what we need to do. We know what we need to
Listen,
do.
we want to work with you guys.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do.
to you. Gina and I.
I'm gonna tell you, the work we need to do, you guys as really have people out there.
Yes.
You know, we want to be there, and ignoring us is what we feel like we're doing. We're being ignored. You guys are carrying on and making rules and doing this and doing that, and we have nothing to say about anything.
No,
So-
no, and I'm glad you guys came up here.
If we don't know, we
You know, I
can't
know
fix it, we don't
Gina and Christie's been out there trying to get things hashed out, and
I'll tell you what, since the beginning, that campground has moved slow and steady. It's not costing anybody any money.
no.
It's making money, okay? And if it's working slow and steady, then what's the big hubbub now about bathrooms and more water? What is all that about? Let's stick with slow and steady and progress naturally. Doesn't that make sense? There's no big investment going in out there,
I think the biggest problem is,
put in 2 or 3 lots a year and rent them. Don't put in 50 lots you can't get rid of, that's ridiculous.
we're not,
Put in 2 or 3 lots a year and rent those lots before you put any more in. You know, the money will come up, the money will come up, the more lots we rent.
before we put any more lots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to fix.
We can't be having anybody sign up anything unless we get that.
To address like your height issue, we just bought a pole saw, so we cut the tree limbs that's overhanging the road, so bigger units can get in.
Right.
You know, so that's going to be done. I don't know, if Tom, you guys have been out there yet, have you?
Dallas took the backhoe out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
Cleared out.
Cleared
He
it
did.
out.
And
But
we
that's
did
what
all
that-
rocking out there. We know that road's bad, so we're gonna try to get out there and put some patch and dirt patch the road.
We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you guys do.
And
We
got
do.
this chips down there, we can take out, fill that road into it.
I'm not gonna make an excuse for Tommy and the maintenance out there, but they was rocking and chipping over there. There's 3 people, CJ went on vacation for a while, Dallas has went. So, and I volunteered one year, I volunteered and cut the grass out there at the park one time. Boy, I got rained for being not a city employee, cutting the grass in the city, so.
I think we all respect that, and that's why I mentioned in speaking that we haven't brought complaints
Yeah.
like that until there was the talk.
Well, this last half of summer, the ones almost stopped up there.
No, I for one
I
appreciate
mean,
y'all standing up, telling
The
us.
grass is
Because this- I didn't know there
10,
was
12
2
inches
contracts.
tall
Didn't
before
know
it
there
gets
was one.
mowed.
I mean,
I think there's.
And I understand, we understand, these guys had jobs before that campground was ever there. We know that. But part of that job before that campground was mowing that park also.
Yeah.
That was part of that original job, before the campground was there.
I'm just glad that,
So we're not really asking them to do something more.
I'm glad that Gene and Christie's been out there working with y'all, so now we can have a meeting where we'll get to see it, because you have meetings twice a month, and, you know, like the sewers, and that might take a priority, we don't think about the lake lot, so very much appreciative of you guys bringing it up, very proud of them to come out and help you.
I had already made a list a long time ago, when I first got out here, things and projects I'd like to see done out there. One is the RV dump station. And we do have a bid on that. I haven't met with the fellow yet out there to get that done. The bathrooms and the shower, I was a fan of it for a while, but I'm not now, because who's gonna take care of it? Who's gonna maintain it? That means somebody would have to be there and dedicated to it every day.
I think you'll find most of the campers out there will agree with you on that.
Gotta
They will
remember,
forego
it's a
that.
public bathroom.
They've been out there for
Everybody
5
out
years.
fishing or whatever.
They've got by without using a bathroom out there.
So there's
Pretty
a
much.
issue there.
Yeah,
As I've mentioned.
I get my own water too.
As I've mentioned, I mean, I
I was
have
gonna
some
say
good
that way.
ideas that would probably
Yeah.
help solidify some of those issues that we,
Ain't broke, don't
that
fix
I'll
it.
discuss with these ladies first
Right.
and have them bring some of those to you guys.
And as far as like the income that's coming off there, most of it is already earmarked for projects out there.
It's not falling on
First
deaf
project
ears.
is a
No.
dam, that has to be done.
Yeah.
Then an RV dump spot, so you don't have all sewage running on the ground. That has to be addressed. And also the boat ramp, where we're going to get a price on putting in a new boat ramp facility so people backing in don't drop the trailer off the back of the concrete.
And another good thing is when they do that, you might want to think, since that's a public access, you might want to think about a street light in there, because I tried to load my boat up at nighttime, and it's almost impossible.
That's a good idea.
Good suggestion.
I mean, even if you could get a solar light out there on the pole.
Yeah, that's what we need, yeah. No
But, you know,
maintenance.
that's just some issues that I thought of right off the bat, just riding around out there with Kent, and then, you know, talking to him. But,
Good point.
There's an area in front of our lot that there's plenty of room to park in. In fact, we
is
already
that
park
out there where
there.
the kids have their, right across from like 25?
Yes.
A, B, and C, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we could, we've been parking there, you know, yeah, we weren't supposed, we were told that we had, they didn't
Well, I
want us to
realize
do
that's,
it.
that's a long walk, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
I walk out.
Okay.
I personally think the lot's open, park there,
Okay.
until somebody puts a camper there, that's just me, I mean.
But, all right, so we'll just make a list and we'll just go down it one at a time and see what we.
And I handed out a list of like kind of our biggest,
Yeah.
easy, we know it's late in the season, but if we could address those, yeah.
Okay, it's just something we're going to have to work on, it's going to take time, because actually, whatever money that we allocate off for you guys, as campers, has to be reinvested out there. You know, we have to do the infrastructure, we got to be able to get boats in, we got to maybe get the campers in, so, yeah, we're going to have to.
So are we wanting to put them on the 2 weeks from now, the 23rd agenda, so they'll have their time, what Christie?
Well, that'd be up to them, let them meet with them, and whenever they have something, you know, we write and walk
That way
around.
we don't forget about it.
It is kind of late in the
It's the whole
season.
light up there.
It's nice to know that we can have something. to do.
Number one right now is to get a contract that we all live with. And like I say, the contract I have is definitely different what you guys got. We just need to get that first to get people. Okay?
We'll get something together.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
We need to get the approval of
I thought it was on there.
I make a motion, we approve the July minutes.
Hey, guys.
I make a motion, we approve the July minutes.
I'll second.
Sheila,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Christie,
Yes.
Louis,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Kip.
Yes.
Okay, under old business. We're gonna revisit hiring of the police chief to make sure everybody's on the same page. There's been a lot of stuff on Facebook, people see. And, I put on what the aftermath was of that investigation, but somehow it disappeared. Don't know what happened. But the man was cleared of everything, and I've also, in fact, just got this letter today from Illinois State Police. And on the line was Michael Offset, State Police Department, Search and Trade Defense, certified by the Bureau.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
He has a business, he was convicted, and he wouldn't have a federal contract. He's got a federal contract with the FBI to do fingerprints.
This is my 2 cents. My 2 cents is this. We have to make sure that he has a clear understanding of what his expectations are, what his job duties are, what his hours are, that there's no confusion and that's presented to him, not by 7 board members all coming at him at one time. We need it to be one person. Then after he has that, he has it in front of him. We're doing everything on a probationary period till he passes a probationary period. Then we talk about a contract. Do a 6-week performance evaluation. And if he passes that 6-week performance evaluation, then you make him do a 6-month one. But during that interim, while he's acclimating himself, no Taylorville, no helping other communities, staying right here, doing patrolling and knowing that's everybody has a pass, and they get a second.
Get it straight on, right off the bat. You just signed a year lease 2 months ago, so he can't get out of this lease without paying it. So he is planning on driving it, not with our vehicle, with his own, a couple of days a week, or whatever. He plans on staying here until they can get that resolved. Also, he has to hire somebody to handle his fingerprinting business. Now, go ahead.
Okay, I have friends that work at Logan that retired during this time frame. And yeah, the Facebook shows all this and this. Well, I'll go over his record, changing jobs all the time. 90% of the time, he changed a job for higher payment, which we all would do. Now, the adultery and being with an inmate. She was not an inmate in the prison at that time. She was on parole. By law, is illegal. Okay. There was adultery on other sides of the world in this case. And the investigator that was investigating him was fired, and all the investigations that was done at Logan during that time frame was boxed up, sealed, everybody found innocent because he was guilty of adultery with one of the other persons. So he was clear of everything, and no history here. Nobody's business but his, but the person he was with, he's been married to for 12 years and has 2 kids with. So he broke the law and got married to a lady for 12 years. I don't have a problem with that. But I just want to put that out there because all this Googling crap, go to the source. Actually go to the prison guard records and find this out.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I have the state police, training, Brett Rothschild, Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standard Board. These folks have did a full investigation and he absolutely come back with nothing. And Seth, I had Seth on it. Seth did probably 90% of his legwork. And Seth got frustrated and said he wasn't happy with him because he couldn't get into his records. Apparently, DOC has locked up all the records.
They locked up.
They shut it down and he can't get any.
They locked up every investigation that guy did because he was corrupt.
And the only thing Seth
I
found.
think he actually went to jail.
The only thing Seth found that yes, he had multiple jobs, and I questioned him about it, he said some of them were working 1 day a week, 2 hours on, or whatever, and he said it wasn't worth the grind, and he just quit.
Now, I read the ordinance, because we haven't been following. We can only, until we change the police ordinance, we can only give him 1-year contracts at a time. That is our ordinance. Now, if we want to change it, that's up to that, but he can only be hired for 1 year at a time.
And then commonly, what happened is that once he signs that 1-year agreement, unless he's in breach, it automatically renews, so he can say he has a 10-year contract.
Well, unless he really-
As long as he behaves,
Why
then
would we
we're.
want to fire him?
Huh?
Why would we want to fire him unless he absolutely screws up? Big time. you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, unless he's in breach of contract or something in that fashion. Yeah.
I mean, half the people do what Chief Wheeler, they would never hire. You know,
Yeah.
We would have never had to wait here if everybody got on Google and
Just like they are.
Facebook and nosy around and everybody's an armchair HR person. We
anyway,
interviewed him, he was I thought he was a good candidate.
has anybody in the audience got anything to say about it?
I think you give the guy a chance.
I
We don't know as far as on the background on everything on this. We've all had a past and
We've
something
all
going
got a past, you're
on.
right.
Exactly. I think give the guy a chance, have him earn it.
That's exactly
Period.
what I said.
And contracts, everyone, we've talked about this for years. Contracts, good today, no good tomorrow. So we'll give the guy a chance, see what happens and go from there.
There you go.
I believe in second chances of what happened in the past. My only rub against him, that people don't understand or didn't know, is we offered him what we offered him. He all of a sudden got a lawyer and sent us a proposal that he wants a 10-year contract, 5 years paid if he gets fired, 5 years medical. And,
We counted that.
you know, we sat there and negotiated a deal, and all of a sudden you get a lawyer to come up with this. That's my only problem with that. I think the guy is going to be a good cop, just that rubbed me wrong. Because
Now, I questioned him about that contract when he sent it, so why didn't, I've never heard of an employee sending an employee a contract. And he kind of laughed, he said, well, my lawyer got a little overzealous on it. And I said, just a little bit.
Way over.
We just need to
The lawyer agreed, by the way, when I talked to the lawyer, like, we had to start somewhere.
We just need to do the performance review, we just don't, we just, you know, gotta stay on top of it.
he gets
The
laid off.
man is willing to do what we asked him to do.
He wants my-
Willing to do ordinances, willing to patrol the streets, willing to live close, willing to put his 100% of his time in Kincaid. He's not gonna go busting down doors, he's not, you know, gonna be running with the cat pack. You know, he is working for the village of Kincaid. I mean, you know, he's a little older, a little wiser, and a whole lot smarter than anything we've had in the most recent past.
I agree, like I said, that was the only thing rubbed me, but that ain't gonna stop me from saying he's a good cop, let's hire
I
him.
have a backup in case this falls through from a guy down close to St. Louis, 37-year-old man, and he could actually probably bring another guy with him. But what he's doing down there, in fact, he had, and I read it on the Hellman Times, he had 3 high-speed pursuits in 1 week.
He lives in a podunk town by East St. Louis.
He's handling about 2,500 calls a year.
2,500 guns and.
He has 1,300 guns
He's
in his
bored.
evidence room.
So if he gets bored, he's gonna make trouble.
That's exactly what I told him. I said, what are you gonna do when this guy's coming up? He's gonna get bored to death. I think he would be a stepping stone right now. He'd be here and he'd be gone.
I say we have, I mean, I'm for it.
I don't know why we don't change our mind, we're still standing on what we already talked
All right,
about.
let's move on. We're gonna revisit hiring the part-time sheriff. It's gonna be a no. We're not gonna hire anybody at this time, for the simple fact that we have to draw money out of the general fund to pay for that Hickory Street project. We cannot get any loans whatsoever, or grants. So that's all I was talking. And we can't afford to hire anybody at this particular time.
Sorry, Tom.
That's fine. That's fine.
It is what it is, and you have money, I have money.
Work with us.
Okay, and the sewer. We have two contracts on that. One with D.L. Pruitt, which it come in at 253, and then there's a couple of additions altogether. It all has to be done around $265,000. And the only other one we got was from Petersburg, and they're at 310. And they're doing a little more sewer, 20 foot more, but less taps.
No manhole.
D.L. Pruitt is the best option to go for.
Okay, so let me answer this question first. Can we not rely on Chastain to roll this into that original?
Okay, no.
No.
You cannot do a
I mean, that's the
project,
whole reason why we're spending all this money to
you
begin with.
cannot do a project until the bids are out, and the bids are not out right now. They may not be out till next summer on phase 2 with this lining, okay? Already talked to Chastain. Here's what I'm going to propose, and if anybody else has any ideas, feel free to say.
Can I interrupt real quick? I mentioned this to Beth, and she said, no, it's not, we can't do it. And I knew that, but just to throw it out there. I asked if we could do away with the sidewalk and use that money, but no, it's a grant for the sidewalk. And so Beth worked her butt off, and I just trying to storm with her. Now she's got her proposal, so.
The problem there is if it's a grant for sidewalk, it has to stay there.
Let's let her give
It
her.
does.
It would have to stay
It
there.
has to stay there.
Yeah.
Have a talk.
Okay, so I have called up the bank. We can take the sewer CD, 137,000, put it up for collateral. Get a loan with the bank for 4 months. Once that CD is up, we cash it, pay that loan off with the bank. The rest of the money, we borrow from the general fund, but I've talked to the auditors, and the sewer fund will have to pay back that general fund. I don't see any other way, I mean, it's gotta be fixed.
You have, the balance of the general fund right now is 500,000,
Right,
correct?
correct.
You're asking to borrow $137,000 out of this general fund?
Yes.
And
Then the sewer fund,
how much is that payment gonna be for a month, for 4 months?
all we have to do, we're gonna get a note. We're not making payments on it over here at the bank. When the time comes in December, when this CD is up, December the 27th, then we will only pay the interest on it for 4 months on that loan. Our CD is at 3.96. Our loan will be at 5.96, 2% above the CD, but we continue to get interest on the CD.
Of course. Do you have any maturity between now and December that we can cash it besides the one?
No,
So in interest, we're thinking maybe 20,000 over 4 months. At 2% times 137,000.
interest on just 4
Yeah.
months on 137,000? No, it won't be that high.
No, it won't be.
That's going high.
Yeah.
No, it'd be
No,
20.
because on our CD in 6 months, we're probably gonna get possibly $2,100.
It'd be
That's
about
it.
28. Yeah.
Well, we're left with very little choices.
Yeah.
Because we've.
If we're at this point, we don't listen to a 20-year-old treasurer, then we need not to listen to anybody, so I'm fine with that.
Well, that's the only thing we can come up with. I have worked
Yes.
for emergency funding,
What do we
grants,
need to do? We need to vote?
yes.
Somebody-
And you need to,
Redo that again real quick. Tell me what we're doing so I can make the motion.
okay, we're going to borrow money from the bank as a note until December the 27th, when the CD for the sewer fund is up. We will cash it in and pay off the loan.
Okay, I'm making a motion that we do everything that we just talked about. Okay, does everybody need it read again? We know what we're doing, we'll borrow. Because we have no choice. I make that motion.
Second. No, we're gonna get sued by the whole street. And I wouldn't want that.
Gilly?
Christie? Yes. Kip?
Yes.
Gina? Yes. Jason? Sue?
Yes.
Now, we need to make a motion, E.L. Pruitt or Petersburg Fleming?
I make a
If
motion.
we all through it, we need to make a motion that we all through it, that the
We have
word.
to have that
I
motion.
just did it.
Thank you.
I did the motion, Jason did the second.
Kip?
Yes.
Christie? Yes. Sue?
Yes.
Louis?
Yes.
Gina?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
There should be, I put on the whole business to talk about the slot machines, but she left that off. I can give information, right? We're not voting on it, we didn't vote on nothing, I just want to give
Well, we were
information.
gonna do committee, but we were gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we were gonna come out of committee and say, hey, this is what we all talked, that's what we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just knew she didn't put it on her.
Yeah.
You made the motion to take the money out of the CD, but you didn't make a motion to, or the amount coming out of the general fund after the rest.
Yes, she did.
We need to do that now, or do we do that in December?
No, she just said that, you didn't say how much you have to take out.
I would do it now so that you're specific about it, Beverly.
Okay.
I make a motion that we pay that back in December.
No.
You're making a motion to take the rest of the money out of the general
Oh,
fund.
yes,
to
to spend the
proceed
money.
with the sewer fund paying it back.
Beverly said that, I think Mr. Aller probably correct, said specifically.
Basically, yeah. So I make a motion that we do borrow that from the general fund.
Jason?
Yes.
Kip?
Yes.
Christie? Yes. Sue?
Yes.
Gina?
Yes.
Good job, Beverly. Thank you for all the work you did.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beverly, for spending our money. Thanks, Beverly.
We found money. We only have to wait till July, that should be given. Okay, the empty lot on Springfield Street.
I brought that up. We all, now, and I think CJ, you did it out there and cleaned it all up, leveled it out.
You're still bumpy,
But appreciate that, that took away half of the eyesore, you did your best. My, idea was, let's get rid of it. Let's sell it. I mean, why do we need it? Okay.
Can I ask, where is the easement on that they're talking about, that the village would not?
There's an easement on this side of the road, or of the property that has our sewer main.
It'd be straight across from the road that goes up the hill
Yeah.
by car wash.
Actually, right across. And then there's an easement behind it too.
And I wouldn't know why the city doesn't want to give it up.
There's a sewer.
Is there sewer?
Yeah, that sewer runs across the highway over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even think we can put a reserve on it. I mean, I'd like to get money out of it.
Can I ask how much?
I would support that.
How much was put into that, was buying that?
$11,702.96.
And the average price of a lot in Kincaid is about
3,000.
four to six, depending on the lot.
I don't know if we can sell it and have some type of stipulation that, because, I mean, are we still talking about a floodplain?
Yes.
Because they can't insure it.
And they buy it as is, like a used car.
So I think we take our dollar and run. I don't know who would buy it, but I think we have to have some kind of stipulation. They can't build anything on it, they can't blah, 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 they just have to maintain it, keep it clean.
I'm hoping the guy that has all the stuff in the car wash buys it and puts all the stuff in the car wash over there.
We asked him at one time, and he needs to move all, never mind, different.
See, the problem
different
with that is
discussion.
if he moves his equipment over there and it floods, all his equipment is trapped. Gary went through it, and Cliff went through it before with that big flood that he, they lost a lot of money.
I mean, they can build on it, if they wanna pay the price of flood insurance.
Yeah.
I know, I've been.
We're still on the as is, I don't care what happens after that.
Right, he does, that's why he won't buy
So what are we gonna do?
What do we need to do?
Yeah.
You'll have to make a motion to sell it, and then you've got to put it up.
I'll support it, Louis, if you make the motion, I'll support it.
Make a motion to sell the lot on Springfield Street.
I second.
So we're gonna start
With
it.
with the right to refuse any bid.
Yes.
We'll need an ordinance for Beverly, just FYI. We'll need the ordinance then, Beverly, just FYI. I can do it, or Jamie can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who, we just need.
Yes, yes.
Lou?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes. I have a question. If, I've been down that road, but believe me, if we sell the lot and there is a $5,000 difference probably from what we get for the lot or more, does that help the village as far as counting it as a loss with the auditors? Nope.
Did we get everybody? You know?
Okay, the old kitchen equipment that's in that building in the park. We need to get it. It's not in there.
What's still in there? Is the refrigerator still in there? That's a refrigerator, though, not a freezer, right?
We've got a 36-inch gas grill, a smoker, two 16-inch gas fryers, two 50-inch gas fryers, 14-inch tabletop fryer, $6 refrigerator. That's in that building. Well, the refrigerator is up in the other building.
Is there anything else, in the,
There's-
any of the sheds that maybe we can have an auction? You have anything else, I mean?
All that stuff is in that part.
We got those paddle boats in there. I don't know who they're loading.
Well, if we're gonna do the auction, we can throw Tommy's street sweeper in there, the truck in there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just costing us, I think, 10% when it's all said and done. If we hire an auctioneer, say we're gonna do it on Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning, and anything else we wanna drag down there and go through,
However we want to do it. It just needs to
then we can have like a fire sale. You good with that? Is there stuff in that shed down there we can get rid of?
Whatever you guys wanna do.
Whatever, however you
Yeah, there's a truck to get.
I think that would be the smartest thing to do. And it wouldn't cost us any money, you know? I mean, the auction, whatever money we make, you'll take 10%. Everybody's happy. They have to get it out of there and haul it, you know?
Are you talking about the stuff out of the lake and that shed too?
We'll talk about whatever they want to drag it, then we can do it all.
I bet.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it to one central location. Basically, you're talking about kitchen equipment right now.
You've already got one sold.
There's couches and recliners and tables out there in that building. There's 3 big paddle boats.
Well, that's up there, yeah, the park.
That's in the shed by the park.
Yeah.
That's down there by the park.
By the park.
Yeah, the couches.
Can we get paddle boats out of
There's a paddle boat and a canoe down
I don't know, we have to
there.
have insurance. Where?
That came from the lake, somebody left and never came got it. I don't know if he named the owner yet or not, but it's down there in Kincaid.
Legally, after 30 days, it's considered abandoned.
Okay, yeah, you should add those on there too.
Well, you could, gather it all at one time. It's
That's what I'm saying.
It just needs to get out of there.
Get it down to the central location and have an auction and have fun.
One last thing for the auction. If we're only gonna have one lot, possibly 2 in the future, do we wanna get rid of the Caprice finally? Because they talked in, talked out before, but this is gonna sit here. And parts for Caprices are hard to get any longer because they're made in Australia, they just continue it. But that's just my knowledge of it, but.
We'll let the new
Yeah, we'll hold off on that. Right?
Okay. I
We just-
mean, if we're gonna have a wipeout sale,
Yeah, we just have.
do numbers, everything must go.
To that point, that Mr. Burkhardt just made, Louis, sorry. Do you wanna wait until next month so that we know exactly what we're selling? Because we should have the police chief figured out by then, and then he can include that in the list or not. I just don't wanna put the cart before the horse.